Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Charade Maniacs. Hopefully finishing today. That sounds more like, yeah, I hope we're done with this. No, but you know what I mean. I'm like, I think we're gonna finish, so we'll see. But anyway, we, you know, Gilbo was about to be like, yo, I'm gonna go redo my uh episode with Dazai where Dazai lost his eye. So can basically confirming, I mean, we already knew Dazai was a prior participant, but confirming that Dazai was the person who sacrificed himself and took the punishment game before Gyobu lost his right eye. Which again, I mean, I kind of suspected because it was perfect. It was a perfect alignment the way they wrote it. Like Gyobu basically took the punishment game for us, lost his right eye, and was like, "Huh, someone did that for me, but I forgot that person." And you're like, the right eye, Dazai lost his right eye. Like, that's perfect. Like, I like how they did that. They kind of handed that one to you. And if it wasn't going to be the case, that's ridiculous because that's the perfect setup. You know what I mean? Like, Gilba loses his right eye as, like, symbolic of the fact that he just did for me what Dazai did for him, and they both lost their right eye. You know what I mean? So, anyway. So, okay. And it kind of confirmed that Dazai was the person in the last event, the last group, that everyone forgot. It doesn't make him not sus, but I'm still on Haiji as a producer. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed if I'm wrong, but they better make the payoff worth it if Haiji's not the producer, is all I have to motherfucking say. Okay? But anyway. Because seriously, like, Dazai's suspicious because but the game is setting him up to be suspicious. He in himself isn't really suspicious to me. You know, like, yeah, he's hiding stuff and whatever, but it's not like Haiji who's then showing up, oh, my name is, oh no, on the custody list that everyone saw and no, you weren't. You know what I mean? And oh, I lose my name and identity every time, but the name is the exact same fucking name that's in the, you know what I mean? That's shady as shit. So, anyway. I blinked and blinked, but the surroundings didn't change. We're not going to find any of that until the next two routes, so. I was standing in darkness with screens scattered around. What is this? I looked around and found Gyobu. Gyobu was also surprised at the situation and seemed confused about what to do. No way. Everyone else was there. Although most people looked confused, there was a single person that was strangely calm. Sorry, big sis. Haiji was holding onto the electronic paper display. I immediately knew what it was. The custody list. Oh, you can't reveal his shadiness right now. Yobo and I looked at each other, but it was Iochi who spoke up first.
Sorry for calling everyone here all of a sudden. I feel like there's a need to talk about things, so I chose to do it this way. I already got permission from the director, so let's all talk this out until we're either all in agreement or until we find the traitor.
The traitor? It was quiet. While everyone else was still trying to figure out what was happening, Haiji started talking. And then, okay, Haiji being the only calm one here, like, oh, what's going on? Totally calm about it. Sus as fuck. Haiji's gonna open up and start saying things. Sus as fuck, because you know he's always been like, what? I don't understand. I don't get it. And acting like a complete moron. And now all of a sudden he's got some bright ideas? Fuck that shit. Sus.
It's about the custody list.
First, Big Bro Gyobu. Know about this, don't you?
When Big Sis Sina asked about it, you said you didn't.
I let out a big sigh when I heard that. IG, an amorphous sense of doubt and mistrust, good God, had been festering deep within my heart. I think it's so funny, though, that before anyone ever said, oh no, Haiji's so sweet and innocent, and she was totally on that, because that's, again, perfect setup. If he's not the producer, like, fail, because, like, it's the perfect setup for him to be, like, everyone to trust him, because, like, oh, he's just a kid, whatever. Perfect. Because, like, let's be real. If you're in a life or death situation, someone's, oh my god, I'm just an innocent kid. Did you ever see Dollhouse? Spoiler? For, like, one of the later... Okay, listen, the first season's great. I think it's Now, there were only 2 seasons, right? The second season's a little kind of like, but there was a shady, douchey kid. I'm a sweet, innocent kid. Actually, a stabby bitch. So I'm just saying, like, come on. Come on. It's the perfect ruse. And they all fell for it. But I like the fact that suddenly we're like, you know what? I don't know if I'm falling for this anymore. I like it. She was like, I don't want to doubt you, but god damn, you make it so hard not to. And it was being scooped up in that moment, and its shape made unknown, or shape made known, sorry. Haiji wants to make Gyobu the traitor. I didn't want to think that, but I couldn't help it. I let Gyobu deal with all of the doubting. I assumed that Haiji was just a taciturn but curious boy that was still 12 years old. I had assumed! See? Fuck. But you can't reveal right now. Can't do that. What's it gonna do for the other 2 routes? You know what I mean? Like, to be fair, if Haiji's the producer and you get to Dazai next, you're like, okay. And Dazai, you get to you're like, Dazai's, okay. It's obvious at that point. But, and I feel like it's obvious. It's been obvious for a while to me, if that's the case. Like, I feel like it's been obvious to me. I could be totally off base and it might not be him at all. But, from my perspective, he seemed obviously sus from the fucking beginning. So, so, like, telling you now? But, like, is that, I don't know, is that gonna, I guess it wouldn't really take away from anything. Because whether you do it now or wait till his route, you're gonna know 100% once you get through Dazai's route and you're like, okay, it's obviously him. So, like, if they tell you now, you could possibly be surprised. Like, oh, shit, okay. At this moment, you're like, maybe it's Gyobu, huh? Could be Dazai, or it could be, you're down to those 3. I feel like you'd be like, yeah, I doubt it's Gyobu, though. Because the others have told us before now, or we've gotten suspicion, or whatever, that they're sponsors. Like, I feel like Gyobu's safe at this point. So you'd be down to Dazai and Haiji. So if they told you now, it might still be like, oh, shit, okay. You get a little surprise out of it, even if you already knew in your head. Like me. In my head, I already know it's Haiji. If you tell me right now, I'm still gonna be like, I can't believe you told me now! You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a surprise. Like, oh, you told me now, I can't believe you, game. Where if they wait till Haiji's right, you're like, yeah, okay, I already knew, so it's not a big surprise at that point. They still have the element of surprise right now, is basically what I'm getting at, I guess. Anyway. But in that moment, he was piling on lie after lie to build up Gyobu as the producer, even though it wasn't the truth. Why? I thought he had betrayed us, but I realized that I'd also betrayed him. Is this because I was unable to put my trust in Haiji? Haiji said that he'd been a previous participant. His name and appearance had been altered, and he continued to participate in the Otherworld stream. But again, his name had been altered. Why did it say Haiji in the thing? He was a cast member that was forced to work under special rules. That's why he said to me that he suspected Gyobu and thought he might be the producer. If Haiji wasn't lying and was telling the truth, then I'm doing a terrible thing. Because I completely believed in Gyobu in spite of that. And now you're starting to doubt Gyobu. Like, girl, no! No! Even if Gyobu comes out as being the producer, I'll be like, bravo, you bamboozled me. Because, like, no. You're supposed to have faith in your boyfriend. Well, okay, I guess there's a point where you're like, nah, I know this motherfucker's cheating on me or some shit. But, like, I don't think we're at the point where, like, we're so new in love. We should be blind to his lies, basically. You know what I mean? You really like interfering with me, huh? Interfere? Yeah. You're pretending not to know big words, right? This is just getting annoying. Gyobu, answer him! Fine. It's about the custody list, then I do know about it. There's no point in playing dumb now. Then, what about the page with the corrupted data? Do you know who broke it? I broke it. I did it so you wouldn't be able to see who the previous participants were. Gyobu glared sharply at Haiji as if to blame him for forcing his hand. So it was you! Kase mumbled quietly, a frown forming on his face. Then he sighed.
Wait, I don't understand what this is getting at. I understand you found the custody list, but was there a discussion about it on your end? Yes, and let me describe how things went. First, Kase talked to Dazai, Gyobu, and Haiji the other day.
That by itself isn't a big deal. I was just asking about how their life had been over on that side. There was nothing to note from Dazai, but with Haiji, we started to talk about the custody list. I was told Gyobu had the custody list among his things, and it was possible Gyobu destroyed the data too. I see. So Gyobu schemed so that we wouldn't know who previous participants were. Why destroy it? Why do you want to know? Everyone thinks I'm suspicious, so stop beating around the bush. Gyobu, if you say it like that, it's alright. If they want to finish things, let's do that. But it won't be like the last time, mind you. The last time? Oh, I didn't tell you. I was a participant on the previous stream. I lied about not being one. Huh? Really? And I asked Kay to keep my status as a previous participant a secret. And in exchange, I'd keep it a secret he was too. It's true. Then why? It's to find the real traitor. The traitor that's lying even right now. Some were surprised, some became quiet, some were confused. The place was in chaos, except for one person. So, you know who it is? Yeah. Gave me lots of hints, so I finally found out who the true mastermind is. Are we going to actually reveal it now? Or is the director going to pop in and they're going to send everyone home because they don't want you to know? But that was like part of the game, so like, oh my god! The true mastermind. You can't ignore that all of this could be a lie, and Gyobu could be lying too. Is what he says the truth, Ibana? It was right. Gyobu and I are previous participants, and we came here voluntarily. But I wanted to keep quiet about being a previous participant as much as possible. That's why I thought that maybe he'd erase that data for me. Isn't that right, Gyobu? I like their bromance. Like, Gyobu, don't be hurt too much when I leave you for Ibana, because I love this salty little fuck so goddamn much. I'm mildly offended when people are like, I hate fucking Ibana. Oh, no, you have to do his route. I mean, I get it. I kind of get when you first meet Ibana, you're like, what a fucking douche. I was like, you're a douche, but I love you, because he's got glasses. If he didn't have glasses, listen. I'm actually, to be fair, usually the salty little assholes like this are the ones that I like the most. Glasses or no. I'm like, yeah, you're a bitch. I love it. Okay? When they have glasses, it's goddamn amazing. It's my favorite thing ever. My fucking toe is so goddamn red. I basically, as I was trying to come up the stairs, tripped on my slipper and slammed my toe into my stair, and now it is all red and it's going to end up black and blue. That is. I was like, I broke my toe. I don't think I broke my toe. I can bend it as much as I can possibly bend my big toe. And that doesn't hurt. But like, goddamn, if I touch the nail on it, it's like, oh, fuck. Shit. Anyway, I just noticed. I was like, Jesus, my toe is like glowing. But anyway, like, I can understand why people hate Ibana right off the bat when you first meet him, because he like hates him, such a dick. But like, God, when you get into his route, I hate to say the payoff is good, but it's like, you just like, you understand why he's so fucking crunchy. Ugh. But I'm gonna guess the people that hate Ibana love Finn from Steam Prison, and you know what? You're wrong. Or Toma. It wasn't for any important reason. I just remember that I did do this so you could... Oh, that I didn't do this just so you could owe me 1K. Conversation was cut short. Yobu's claims and Ibana's testimony matched up. That made the custody list unimportant, flipping their position.
You heard them. Do you have any counter-arguments, Haiji? Just because you're a previous participant doesn't mean you're not the producer.
Yeah! IG!
For example,
You could have had your memory erased by a punishment game. You can just recreate yourself. You can just recreate yourself! Like, with a different name and identity. Like he was trying to spell it out for us. Hey, you're right. We are thinking the same thing. They would definitely distort time and space to mess with your memories. It's easy for them to do. That's why I didn't particularly announce that I was a previous participant.
I see. You're still a bit suspicious, but I still find one thing to be odd. How did you find the mastermind? I still see you as the Salome that's out for the head of an innocent person.
Wow, I can't read. Salome. That's a good metaphor. But I have no intention of kissing the dead. The kisses have to be with warm lips. Oh god, don't tell everyone we're dating. But let's talk about that later, okay? I have business with the other previous participant.
The other previous participant?
Before the data was corrupted, the custody list showed 2 names. A and May. Funny. Everyone immediately turned to Dazai. Dazai. It's funny because Gyobu's making this sound I have business with the other participant, and it makes it sound so suspicious, but he's like, but it's probably going to be, I know what you did for me, and I love you, man. Thanks. It's going to be like a bro hug moment. He was chased from the lodging after being suspected, but Dazai never said even once that he was a previous participant. But what if that was because he was erased from Gyobu and Abana's memories? The reason why he didn't say it was because he couldn't prove it? Did you remember? Just pieces of it. So, May, let's do what we must and end this. If this drama's reenacted, then it would also prove that you were a previous participant. You'll do it with me, right? That drama from back then? Dazai calmly met Gyobu's gaze and nodded. All right. And then let's begin. You're listening, right, director? We're reenacting that drama. Things were making lightning-fast progress. Neither Haiji or Ryochi could interrupt as they looked on in silence with the others. Haiji's so fucking... Okay, I kind of hope they reveal it now at the end because we don't have enough points. I don't know how else we'd get home. And yeah, you'd know and you'd be like, okay, so I'm really curious about stuff. So Haiji's route would answer all your questions without you having to find out he's the producer. And his route could be more about answering these questions. And Dazai's route, you'd be like, okay, but what's Dazai's deal? And I think it's, we forgot him and we were in love with him. And that's gonna fucking be like a stab through my heart because just not thinking that until in the middle of Gyobu's route. And you're like, oh god, wait! Poor Dazai! Does he remember we were lovers and we don't? Oh no! And I feel like that'd be kind of good because you'd be like, what the hell's Dazai's thing then? I don't understand. And then it would literally be that and you'd be like, devastated. Not my tab. Not that it matters. We're at the end, so. They all watched as the two of them showed proof. Sure! But which drama is it? It's the drama with May and me. The title is A Farewell Smile. Request accepted. I'll now prepare the stream. Stream status. Drama starts in 1 minute. Stream content. A Farewell Smile. Final episode. Genre. Youth drama. Cast. Sora. Mei Dazai. Kiryu. Sota Gyobu. Kiryu! Kiryu-chan! And Gyobu and Dazai vanished. Wow, sure took a while. Sorry to make you wait for so long. I wasn't exactly waiting for it. Things weren't that inconvenient for the most part. Just some depth perception issues on the fly. But it would be bad in a game of speed. It reduces your hand-eye coordination. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. But it's great for stargazing. Oh, I get that too. Can I confirm something? As long as the drama hasn't started yet. Why did you take the punishment game in my place? Well, I just took action without thinking. You couldn't do the act and you look like you were in pain. I guess. It's the same as me. I'm glad I remembered. If I went back without remembering, I wouldn't even know why I came back. Glad I got to do the drama with you again. Let's get your right eye back and go back together. We'll end this game now.
Well, this time, too. I'm also happy you remember. Well, that's enough. For this to have meaning. Yo, Boo, can you do the act this time? You know what it means to have fun, right?
Don't worry. This time, I do know. It's going to be something so ridiculous. Like he said, you know what it means to have fun, right? They're going to be like, oh, yay, I'm having a great time. And it's like, this fucker couldn't, like, kind of funny, you know what I mean? Sora had thrown everything away as he arrived at school, and Kiryu was the only one to chase after him. The two of them went their separate ways, and the ending that awaited Sora and Kiryu was...
I thought I'd never meet you again. Why'd you come, Kiryu?
I never once thought we would never meet again. No matter what happens, we'll always come back here. This is the fork in the road for us.
Right. Back then things were different. I thought it was the right decision to part ways with you then. I thought it'd be better to find a new life without dragging you and your family into this mess. Well, that was a mistake.
There's just a part of me that was like, I thought it'd be better to find a new life without dragging you into this. Like, are you gonna kiss now?
Ah! But there's nothing left for me.
That's not true. You may have thrown it all away, but nothing has ended. Nothing is lost. You said yourself you didn't want to drag us down. Pushed away what was dearest to you. I get wanting to avoid sadness when you lose that. This right now is feeling very parallel to there's nothing left for me. You didn't want to drag us down. You pushed away what was dearest to you. Me, because I fell in love with Gyobu, and he's always having to push away me because I don't remember him, and he doesn't want to be like, we were lovers, and we don't remember, and he would torture us, and he just, ah! If that's not what happens in Dazai's route, I'm going to be slightly disappointed because I might actually be relieved. I'll be like, oh, thank God, because that would have broken my heart so much. To be fair, though, I keep thinking that's what's happening, so my heart's already a little broken for Dazai anyway. I was the same, too. The more serious I was about obtaining something, the more I suffered when I couldn't get it, or the more I'd despair when I lost it. I felt it was best to not be serious about anything at all. And that's absolutely Gyobu right there, Jesus. Aw, we got a CG now. That was just me running away. I'd give up on everything, and that would just lead me to getting nothing. Someone dear to me is the one who taught me that. Are you going to kiss now? Can I have a CG of that? Oh, we get Gyobu and Dazai in a CG. This is so cute! So come back, Sora. I enjoyed the time I spent with you. Since you're here, that means we can still do things over. Let's just start over again.
I really think we can start over. Do you know what I've done?
What are you saying? Of course I do. That's why I'm here.
There's nothing else that I want.
And go and look for it. You spend your time like we did back then, I'm sure you'll find something. There's hope hiding in those fun days.
Those days were filled with trouble after trouble, and you found it fun.
There was nothing more fun than that. No matter how painful things are, no matter how sad things are, because I stole your girlfriend. Fine. Let's just enjoy the journey.
Enjoy it. Come on now.
Am I wrong? Making a fridge explode or leaking personal information are experiences that not everyone can have.
You're right about that. But maybe one more time.
Yeah, one more time.
We'll start over. From that moment where we parted ways with a smile.
And the two of them slapped their hands together. The smile was the sign they exchanged. It's so funny to think Gyobu couldn't read those just read them out loud, even though he wasn't acting. You know what I mean? A wish in my... Okay, this must be the end scene. But we didn't get the... Well, I would assume this is the end chapter. I don't remember any of them having a title. Am I crazy? Do they always have one? Anyway. My bangle was ringing. Execution status. Resume function in 0 seconds. Execution target, right eye. Target cast, Mei Dazai. His right eye. Well, can you see me, Mei?
I can. It's all thanks to you.
Two of them returned to where we were. Ignoring the heavy atmosphere surrounding us earlier, the two of them slapped their hands together. Just like in the drama. I could tell what was going on. Yobu still didn't seem to remember everything, but I was sure this was how those two were during the previous stream. They must have been friends like this. That's gonna hurt when Gyobu took his girlfriend.
So, it's a fact after all. These two were previous participants.
What's that? Then why didn't you just say so? Gyobu and Dazai, so happy for you. I'm happy for our gay boyfriends. Thanks for waiting. And now let's get to the final step. The atmosphere around us changed drastically. We got to reset from a game over. Now this is exciting. We'll now defeat the final boss and all survive. And this is how a game should be.
Yobu,
Why are you making that face? It's okay. I won't make the same mistake anymore. There's no need to be worried. The true traitor is right there, after all. Yobu was about to turn back this way, and in the next moment...
wonderful! That was a splendid reenactment. Good work.
The bangle rang together with the director's voice. The bangle displayed the words "objective complete." I was confused and didn't know what was happening, so I looked at Gyobu. Huh? He was also confused while the director continued speaking. Unless I'm really the producer and he was about to turn back to me and now we're like, why would you fall in love with me?
I have achieved the 3,000 points necessary to return. Congratulations!
I cannot believe they're doing this. I was like, how the fuck are we gonna get back? Well, he's about to reveal the traitor, and it's like, nope, anyway. Time to go home. Convenient.
What was that?
Really loud ass fucking noise. It wasn't my birds, but 3,000? Yo, but when did you save that many points? No, it's not me. Huh? Then... They all turned to Dazai. Dazai just smiled slightly. Something about that smile seemed lonely.
As a reward for completing the objective, I'll grant just one wish for you. Now what's your wish?
I won't wish for everyone's return. Well, I'm sure that won't happen.
Yes, that request cannot be accepted.
Everyone besides Dazai froze. Like me, everyone must have been wondering about what that meant. Not everyone can go back? Why, you said we could return to our world if we gained enough points.
Yes, I did promise that, but that's conditional.
What are you talking about? What condition is there? You didn't mention that before.
Correct, I did not, but you didn't ask me for the specific details either. And the details are as follows. Only one person may be chosen to return, or everyone except that one may return. In other words, Dazai has saved up the points, so he may decide to return alone, or to have someone stay behind while everyone else returns.
He's going to sacrifice himself, isn't he?
He may select one. Do you understand? Of course, there's the choice of not returning at all. The choice is up to you, up to all of you.
Oh, no! I nervously turned around and saw Gyobu there, clutching his head in his hands, looking stressed. Gyobu, you should be like, FYI, Haiji's the traitor, so maybe just leave him here. That's right. I think that was said previously, too. Why did I read that in the weirdest voice? Anyway, previously. It was like that before? Looked like he was having a terrible headache. Gyobu closed his eyes tightly and remained quiet. Is that true? Wait, even if that's the case... Ivana talked to himself and then looked down. He also appeared confused. The last time they figured out who the producer was. Not you got enough points. It was Dazai's voice that seemed to calm everyone down. Everyone except me will return. There should be no problem. He's sacrificing himself. Okay, listen. If the twist in Dazai's route is not, don't you remember? I came here and then I got and then you and I were together, we were dating, whatever. If that's not the fucking twist, and so that when you look back on this, you're like, that's why he stayed behind, because then we could go be happy with our new boyfriend, because we didn't remember him, and that's so sad. Stop it! Ibana, you're gonna have to share my love with Dazai if that's the case. Like,
Yes, I don't mind.
wait, I don't want it to end like this. Not by sacrificing someone. Serious, Dazai? Is this what you wanted? Yes, you don't have to decide right away. But maybe we can all talk about it first. I agree with Chigasaki. And we aren't done talking about Gyobu. What are you trying to hide? Dazai, why do you always go and decide things on your own? You could have told us. Whether it was now or back then, if you just would have said something, you wouldn't have needed proof. Could have thought about it together. Dazai turned his eyes away from us and continued talking with the director.
Also, can you return Abona's arm? We got so close to the truth. At least give us a little bonus.
Dazai!
Very well, I will return his arm.
Execution status, resume function in 0 seconds. Execution target, left arm. Target cast, Kato Ibana. Ibana gripped his arm in sync with the alarm. I couldn't tell because he was wearing a glove, but it seemed that Ibana's prosthetic hand was back to the real one.
I'm glad you act fast. In that case...
Wait, no! If you do that, this is all meaningless. You don't need to sacrifice yourself. You got your eye back, so we have to get back together. Why do you think I came back in the first place? Now that I know who the traitor is, there's no need for anyone to be sacrificed. And the one who truly betrayed us is the producer. It's actually... No, Gyobu. Gyobu was raising his voice as he approached Dazai. But Dazai's response silenced him. Traitor isn't the producer. Okay. Are you trying to say... The one who truly betrayed us isn't the producer, who's Dazai. It's Haiji. So, is that what you're trying to get at? That could be an interesting twist. Okay.
That's not good enough.
Dazai turned to the director as if that triggered the world, and as if that triggered it, the world turned white. I still think Haiji's the producer. But I do find that comment interesting, and it's making me question shit. My vision was bleached, and I couldn't see a thing. The voices started to become more distant. Oh, can't reach my voice or my hands. Damn it, why? I didn't want to do this again. Why?
I told you. I'm happy you remembered. That play itself had meaning.
How am I supposed to know what that is? There's no meaning unless the enemy is defeated.
There is meaning. All that time that we spent together here, it was all fun to me.
No, some games are okay to lose, but this is the kind of game we can't let ourselves lose. If you have to sacrifice yourself, then I'll challenge myself to this game as many times as I have to. Aww. I didn't think Gyobu would be like sacrificing himself for Dazai. That's adorable. I think he would have done it for Ibana because he has his little bromance with Ibana, but his bromance with Dazai is way stronger. Until I win, I won't forget and I won't lose either.
You won't lose until you win, huh? You're always a loser. That's why you deserve to be by your side.
In the end, Gyobu, I think he said something, but my world was filled with a blinding light. It was so bright that I couldn't keep my eyes open. All sounds were swallowed in that light, and the sensation in my arms vanished too. And then we returned to our world. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the end part. Here you are. I had a feeling, but I knew you'd be sleeping here. You know, it's barely 6 o'clock, right? Hey, are you really gonna keep sleeping? Wake up, Gyobu! I shake Gyobu, but he remains hunched over at my seat while waving at me. Morning. I'm not asleep. Thank goodness you're still wearing your uniform. Of course. You're the one who told me to come to school. Well, you've been with the Bureau for so long. Well, I finally got permission. We're now affiliated with each other, so I get that privilege. You could have just asked me and I would have gone with you. Maybe, but I had the feeling I had to do it myself. That's not true. You don't have to face this problem alone anymore, so let me help. 3 weeks have passed since we were released from the Otherworld stream to return to our lives. But when we first woke up at the Information Bureau, they interrogated us extensively, saying it was part of their investigation. We would spare no effort to cooperate since it was to eradicate the Otherworld stream, but our memories had holes in them. Like forgetting Hygie. However, we heard that the 8 of us who spent time together in Arcadia were safe, and that gave us relief. There was not. I mean, you forgot Dazai again. Except Gyobu. I think I just need some kind of trigger to remember everything. Sad they took Dazai away from us again. As I heard details about the stream, I noticed a gap in my memory, too. As if to show just how important that missing piece of memory was, trying to remember it caused an excruciating headache. My head hurt as well as my heart. Trigger. Speaking of which, did you hear from the Information Bureau? They found the stream's satellite. Yeah, I heard. From the sounds of it, their investigation's making good progress. So why won't they tell us more? Yeah, well, they keep saying this and that is confidential. I wish they'd tell us more. Then, maybe our lost memories might return. Yeah. Share a silence. We've probably lost the same memories, and we're both trying to find them. We're desperate and fighting to regain them. I think this will continue for a long while, till we find the answer. And then it's a game to see who can get their memories back faster. Kidding. No, that might have been good. Yeah, that would motivate me more. Really? I don't think I can lose. Well, I'll take a break for today. I was with their investigators all day yesterday, so I'm pooped. Is it my first day back at school? It was my first day back at school, but I think I was asleep all day. You shouldn't fall asleep in class. We're sitting next to each other. If you fall asleep, I'll wake you up. What? You're in the next seat. I requested to sit behind you. The teacher said that one was open, so... Well, I'm okay with sitting next to you. I get to stare at the side of your face all day. That one was open. I wonder if that seat was Dazai. I don't know how old Dazai is. Is Dazai our age? Does he go to our school? I don't remember. Might have been older. You have to look ahead during class, okay? I'll think about it. The way he says that sounds so funny that we laugh. Usual Gyobu I know is returning. But I'm glad you didn't forget about me. I really am thankful for that. If you'd forgotten about me, I would have to work hard to get you to like me again. I doubt I could do it again. Are you being serious? What do you think? I hate putting in effort, so I might have given up partway through. You're not serious. How did you know? Because you're my girlfriend? I thought you'd be pleading to me all teary-eyed. Because I can tell. Well, yeah, of course I wouldn't give up. Once I'm serious about something, I can never forget. Not your words, or the time we spent together. Everything's still swirling within me. Because my flesh and blood, so to speak. Part of me now. Oh, it's become my flesh and blood, sorry. I think I'd feel like a part of myself was missing if I forgot about you. I feel like if the thing about oh, that hurts. Nice. Like you're not whole without me, even though we're 2 different people. We are 2 different people, but Gyobu, I felt for you because you could do things I couldn't. Oh? Like what, for example? Like pushing you down to kiss you? Maybe that does count as something I can't do. And then I'll be sure to do it more from now on. That's a bit too surprising. And I'd prefer if you'd let me know beforehand. Huh? I mean to do things that you can't. Are you imagining something else? Yo, but do you remember how to do attendance? I'm sure you don't since you refuse to go to school. Hey, don't get mad. You're scaring me. Don't worry, I'll push you down and kiss you again. Don't worry! I will worry! And I don't think you're answering anything I said. Oh, I thought that's what you wanted to talk about. Speaking of which, we haven't kissed even once since coming back here. 3 weeks? Damn. Really? Oh, there you go again. I'm sure you noticed. Actually, only kissed once before. I think you've kissed me in a lot of places besides my mouth already. No, but the lips are special. They say that your hormones change when you kiss. I can see why after experiencing it. You're suddenly sounding scientific. suddenly scientifically sounding Sota. In addition to that scientific explanation, every single one of your eyelashes and the color of your irises look beautiful. You smell good too. Huh? But when our eyes meet, look away in such a cute fashion, lips are so soft. But when I hear your breath up close, my heart pounds, and when you say you love me, I can remember it even now. I wanted you so many times over. I never thought as much during that time. It was the most serious I'd been about anything in my entire life. There's no one here yet, but someone might come soon. Yeah, you're right. Someone might. Oh, wait, never mind. You didn't think we were going to get away with that without me thinking anything inappropriate, did you? I wanted to say just how much I'm holding back. Save that for another time. Yes, please. I look away because I'm getting embarrassed, and Gyoba puts the bag that I had put on my seat over onto the next chair. He then looks outside the window. This brings me back. Although I've never been in the second year's classroom. Classrooms are all the same. Odd. This feeling. So what? Suffocating. Suffocating? I don't know what to follow up with. Grabs the curtain next to him and hides behind it, causing me to feel nervous. Yobu, what's wrong? Are you crying? He waves me over from inside the curtain. Come here for a second. What's going on? If you're suffocating, you... I was like, come here for a second, gonna hide behind the curtain and kiss me? Exactly what he's doing. Those curtains are sheer. That ain't hiding me from anybody, guy. Like, obviously a CG. I caught you with your guard down. I'm persistent once I get serious about something. I was worried about you just now. I know, and you took my joke seriously. You're so adorable. Yeah, but did you realize it? Whenever you're serious or angry, you sound much more masculine. Hey, maybe I am. I didn't notice it myself. You were doing that earlier. Whenever you lie, you sound much different. Well, that's fine. I'll always be serious with you. Is that our end? Tis. Oh, actually, okay. I thought there was something after the credits, but I guess it's before. All right, well. I wonder if I'm curious. Oh no, it is a Kyobu CG. Whoops, I always do that, guys. Oh god. I always hit the wrong thing when I'm trying to hide the menu in this one for some reason. Oh, this is the one. They're all, except for that one, they're all... Okay. But, I don't know, I enjoyed this. I do feel it was a little anticlimactic, to be fair. Because you get to it and you're like, Gilbu's so sus, what's going on? And I think it would have been way more exciting if he... Well, I'm glad he wasn't involved, because having 5 people involved was a little bit too much. You know what I mean? But I actually really like this CG of him. He's beautiful in it. But you know what I mean? Like, it's the I'm a prior participant, he's hiding stuff. And I mean, like, yeah, there's good stuff in his route, but I don't understand necessarily why he was a locked route. I mean, I guess you get a little more of a reveal. You know what I mean? You find out more. I guess, to be fair, it's more because you find out about Haiji. Like, Haiji seems way more suspicious in this than he ever has. You know? So, I could see you being like, whoa, wait a minute. You know? And, like, if you did this route earlier... Again, I mean, you could have technically done this route the 4th route through. Because it's not like it was totally locked. So, I guess this is the one time I'm like, alright, having the routes open up, yeah, you can't go down Gyoba's route 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, but you could do it 4th. And you know what? I don't think that ruins or takes anything away. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff revealed in this, but not really. You know what I mean? I think it just makes people look more suspicious, and it definitely makes Dazai more intriguing. Like, you know, um, it's interesting that the card he's throwing has the director on it. You know, him being the director would have been great because that card is right there in your face and you would have been like, it's right there in our face. That would have been perfect. I never caught that, but that would have been amazing. I love this one. I think this is like, because he just looks beautiful in it. I mean, I enjoyed the route. I do feel like, oh my god, you're going up and up and up, and then you just kind of flatline at a point, and you're like, nothing else really kind of was happening, and nothing else really came out, and there wasn't a big twist or anything, so, you know? And I think, in the scheme of all the routes as a whole, obviously, Futami's route's got that drama bomb. Frickin' Chigasaki's got the drama bomb. Some of the other ones are kind of basic, and there's really just the dramatic reveal or the twist is really just like, oh, okay, you're in the information bureau. Oh, you were a prior participant. Okay, you know, and it's just a little twist for that character, you know, but I think I was expecting, so in that sense, it's like, okay, fine. He's got no more twists and turns than most of the other characters, you know what I mean? Like Ibana, okay, why are you such a bitch? Oh my god, your dad's girlfriend assaulted you. What the shit? You know? All that's a fucking twist. Like, okay, wait, you were actually a prior participant and Dazai sacrificed himself for you. Like, holy shit. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, that's the twist pertinent to him, like other people had. Okay, so in that respect, perfectly fine. Like, it fits, like, the rest of the routes, you know? But when you look at it like, okay, you're one of the locked routes. Okay. I guess I was expecting more from it. Like, I was expecting so much, like, some other kind of reveal, some darker secret. Like, to be fair, you would expect, and that, oh my god, you are the sponsor, what I originally fucking thought, because he was sus as fuck! Although, and, you know, I expected a little bit more, like, ooh, as opposed to, okay, yeah, okay, you've got the same twists and turns as everybody else, cool. You know? So, like, I don't know. I'm not disappointed or anything, I'm just like, okay, I wasn't expecting it to just be like everything else, really. Though, to be fair, you know, I don't like going down Futami's route second. I don't appreciate that. That was a bad choice on our part. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it was an accident, but I'm like, yeah, that wasn't fun for me. But on the whole, if we had done Futami's a little bit later, kind of where it was recommended or whatever, I think then having that twist that, holy shit, you're a sponsor, wait a minute, or like Chigasaki coming out, that's actually almost, I don't mind that those aren't in the locked routes, because I definitely do think, like the way I thought, okay, Gyobu and Haiji are the most fucking sus ones here, and then all of a sudden Futami's a sponsor and Chigasaki's a sponsor, and you're like, excuse me, what? What? Didn't see that? Awesome. I like that. But then you're like, oh, what's Gyobu hiding? Not really much of anything. Like, so they kind of amp you up to be like, it's actually just kind of like every other route. Okay. All right. Again, not disappointed. Did enjoy it. Had fun. Actually like Gyobu. I actually liked him a lot more than I was expecting. I kind of figured his route would be fun because I'm like, he is a train wreck, so this is going to be great. Actually kind of sweet. So, like, all right, he's a little bit of a train wreck, but, like, not bad. Don't mind it, you know? So, it is what it is. Though now, I could just be me. We'll have to see what happens in Dazai's route. Don't tell me, okay? But if my guesses on Dazai's route, like, if Dazai, we forgot Dazai, because he asked us to remember. So, like, you asked me to remember. Gyobu also needed to remember you because you were part of the prior stream, but unless we were too, like, why would we have to remember Dazai unless we were in love with him and then he chose to stay because it's too hard to go back and, you know, what if we went back and then we remembered him. You know what I mean? Because, like, we went back, he stayed behind, everybody forgot him. Okay? But what if we all went back and then all of a sudden I'm dating Gilba and then I remember, oh, fuck, Dazai, we were dating. Oh, shit, that's going to make everything worse. Sacrificed himself and stayed so that we could. If that's the case, I'm going to. It's gonna make this route hurt. I'm going to be like, Gilba kind of sours you a little. Like, you had your moment, but also it was stolen by the fact that maybe I was secretly in love with Dazai the whole time. Maybe it's just me reading into shit that doesn't exist, but I don't know. But anyway, I did enjoy it. I'll be on it. I mean, obviously we can tell that doing Futami's route second really did. Like, I can't get over. I know I keep harping on it, but I can't get over how, like, we do the EO. We're like, okay, cool, the game's good. We do Futami's. I'm like, what the fuck? This kind of feels like it ruins everything. Like, it had a sour taste in my mouth after that, and then we do everything else, and it's like, okay, no, this is going well. We're having a great time. So I think that just kind of derailed my personal enjoyment, because I was like, wait, what the fuck? You know, and I don't think it was because, like, my assumptions or my guesses were wrong. It's I didn't have time to, like, even kind of analyze more or like characters more or be like, you know what, this person's suspicious or whatever. Maybe this, and theorize, which is part of the fun. You know, you're just like, bam, slap in the face, and you're like, what? But I don't know if even doing Futami's route later would have done anything. I still would have been shocked that he was a sponsor. I think I would have handled it. Like, I would have been like, oh, okay. I think it would have not left that sour taste in my mouth for a little while in the game itself. Okay. So I think it's just a personal preference. I still don't know if I would have enjoyed Futami's route that much because, like, I don't know, I still don't here I'm seeing stuff of him being a little sus. But, like, we already would have known by this point. So now it's just kind of like, oh, I see you being, okay, I see what you're doing here. He wasn't really like that in most of the other ones. So, like, or he was just really forgettable. So you don't really notice that, like, seems weird, so that when you get into his route, you're like, oh my god, you're stabby. Holy shit. Like, it felt like it came out of nowhere. I don't know. I think that's the only route that I didn't enjoy so far. And I don't know if it was just a timing issue or if it was just, it felt kind of out of place. You know what I mean? I don't, like, not out of place time-wise, but I mean, like, him being stabby, kind of a little bit of a psycho, felt out of place. Like, wait, what? Where did this come from? You know? Where everyone else, you kind of see the build-up, and you're like, okay, you know? Like, but anyway, I've been having fun, and, you know, Gilbo's road was good. It was good. We had some fun. Again, it kind of flatlined. Like, I was like, oh, we're ramping up, and then it just kind of stalled. But fine, it is what it is, and for the game overall, for a route where we're just revealing his secrets, he's just a prior participant, and stuff like that, it fits in with the rest of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's no better or worse than the other ones. I was just expecting a little more, like, drama, you know what I mean? Like, a little more reveal, I guess, but I'm gonna make the assumption we're doing Dazai next. Because I still think IG sus as fuck. And I think he only got susser in this route. So, I mean, I guess in that sense, Yobu being locked or, you know, kind of recommend you play a little bit later, you know, because I think they did a great job building up Hygie as like, oh, he's so innocent and sweet and you don't suspect him or anything. I mean, unless you're me. Right from the net. Fuck you, no, you're evil. There's no way you're 12. And literally, that's 100% of the reason was like, nope, you're sus. There's no way. But if you had gotten to this sooner, I think it might have ruined a little bit of the fun. It might have, you know, you would have been like, oh, well, it's slightly disappointing because it's more fun to get later. You're doing all the thing you don't know, and you get to Gilb, and you're like, he's so sus. He's always been sus, okay? And then you're like, wait, Hygie sus now? I think that would have been more fun if you weren't like me and just automatically throwing all the sus flags in IG from the very beginning. Anyway, But yeah, so good times. Making sure it doesn't go gray on you. I will wrap this part up here because we're at time and we're done. And I'm gonna guess we're gonna start Dazai. I have a 50-50 shot, so I feel pretty confident this time. I was obviously wrong last time, but anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.